All right, let's jump right into a really weird puzzle at the heart of all our new technology. Why is it that the most cutting-edge gadgets, the stuff that just came out, are so often plagued by security problems that are ancient? This is all about the unlearned lessons of cybercrime. So, to make this real, let's bring it right into your living room. Just think about that brand new smart TV you bought, or that connected coffee maker, or any of those smart devices you have. Why is that shiny piece of tech already a security risk, literally the moment you take it out of the box?
Well, the answer is as simple as it is kind of scary. It's because the security flaws baked into it aren't new at all. In fact, its vulnerabilities are decades old, and that's exactly the core idea we're going to unpack here.
To really understand why this keeps happening, we've got to look at the past. It's a classic case of what you might call technological déjà vu all over again. You know, it's really easy to think that cybercrime is a modern thing, right? Something that just showed up with smartphones and social media. But the source material for this explainer makes it super clear. That idea is a total myth. The roots of this problem go way, way back. So let's take a quick trip down memory lane, a little tour through what we could call cybercrime's greatest hits, just to see how long these same issues have been with us. Check this out. We're going all the way back to 1971, when the very first computer virus, Creeper, was messing with the ARPANET. That's the granddaddy of our modern internet. Then, jump to 1988, you have the Morris worm causing absolute chaos. By 1994, we saw what was basically the first big digital bank heist. And in 2010, Stuxnet was a real game changer. It proved that a piece of software could cause actual physical damage in the real world. So the big takeaway? These aren't new problems. And this is what's so important. Even though the technology itself changed like crazy, from simple networks to these incredibly complex industrial systems, the types of attacks, the mindset behind them, that dangerous pattern was set in stone from the very beginning. So this brings us to the real question, the why. Why does this pattern just keep repeating? Well, it all comes down to something we can call the innovation trap. It's really a constant battle. On one side, you have what we all want as consumers. Awesome new features, things that are super easy to use, and we want them out on the market now. But on the other side, you have what we actually need: secure design from day one, serious testing, and most importantly, learning from past mistakes. In the race to get the next big thing on the shelves, which side do you think gets neglected? And look, this isn't just a theory. The research for this explainer puts it so bluntly, I've got to just read the quote. No cybersecurity lessons are learned from earlier ICT innovation cycles, and the same mistakes are repeated over and over again. I mean, wow, it's not an accident, it's practically a feature of the system. So let's give this phenomenon a name: the unlearned lessons. We're not talking about some sophisticated, genius-level new hack. We're talking about fundamental, almost basic security flaws that just keep popping up in every single new wave of technology, kind of like ghosts in the machine. And these ghosts are the same old threats we've known about for years. We're talking about things like buffer overflows and a lack of input validation, classic coding mistakes, or how about shipping a product with a default password like admin or 1234? Seriously, leaving digital backdoors wide open for anyone to find. These are problems we solved decades ago, yet they continue to haunt our brand new devices. So, if these old hacks just keep showing up in new disguises, where can we expect to see them next? Well, the scary answer is pretty much everywhere, and especially in our most critical industries. First up, and this one is maybe the most frightening of all, the health sector. The stakes here are literally life and death. We're connecting life-saving medical devices, wireless pacemakers, insulin pumps, to networks, and that opens the door for hackers to tamper with them, with potentially fatal results. Think about ransomware attacks that can shut down an entire hospital, or an attacker secretly changing a patient's monitoring data. It's terrifying stuff. Next, let's look at what's happening on our roads, in the transport sector, because your car is not just a car anymore. Modern cars are really just computers on wheels, running on millions of lines of code. And this creates some absolute nightmare scenarios. Imagine malware that could disable an entire fleet of cars at once, or a hacker remotely activating your brakes from halfway around the world. Even a simple software update by a mechanic could accidentally introduce a massive vulnerability. And finally, this whole problem circles right back to where we started, our own living rooms and kitchens, with the rise of the smart home. Yeah, all that convenience of connected appliances, it comes with a hidden price. Your smart TV or refrigerator could be quietly hijacked and turned into part of a massive botnet army. Smart meters could be manipulated to commit fraud, or, way worse, to try and disrupt the entire power grid. The potential scale of an attack launched from millions of homes is just unprecedented.
So, okay, the pattern is clear, and the risks are obviously growing. Which leads us to the most important question of all. Can we actually break this cycle? The challenge is we're standing right on the edge of the next huge wave of innovation, the Internet of Things. And we're not just talking about phones and computers anymore. We're talking about almost every device, your thermostat, your light bulbs, your car, everything, all of it connected. And this right here is the crucial point to take away from all this. The number of things that can be hacked, what we call the attack surface, is growing exponentially. And we are building this massively connected future on the exact same shaky foundation of unlearned lessons that goes all the way back to the 1970s. We're connecting everything without fixing the fundamental problems first. Which leads us to our final thought. If this cycle of insecure innovation is so predictable, if we know these mistakes are going to be made over and over again, then who's responsible for finally breaking it? Is it the manufacturers who are rushing these products to market? Is it us, the consumers, for demanding new features over security? Or is it time for regulators to step in and say enough is enough? That's something to think about.